Hello everyone, today I'm back with a video for trading the London session, pre-London session. So I'm just going to start with the top-down analysis real quick and then I'm gonna get into the trade ideas. All right, let me clear this real quick. So as we can see here, today on the weekly we are extremely bullish. That's because Trump and tariffs. I believe we are heading to the all-time highs really soon. As we've been talking in the past few days, I said that price is heading towards this area right here, and actually it really went into here. So as we can see on the daily, this is like it's a really major rejection area. As we can see here, it rejected one, two, three, and this is the fourth time it is rejecting from this area right around here, 3,430, something like that. Let's adjust it a little bit. Yep. So here we can see like this is a really strong rejection area. So in order to take a buys, we need a closure above this area, like a really strong closure. Now let's drop down to the 4-hour time frame. On the 4-hour time frame, we look like we are rejecting this area and we have a clean range to the left hand side till right here. So actually, in the agent session, I was watching the price and something got my attention. So as we can see here, we are rejecting this area and we have a really big, really huge liquidity wick. So after that, price dropped for around like 70 pips, 70, 80 pips, and then it retest. We saw a beautiful retest of this area right around here. Let's drop down to the 30-minute time frame to see it better. So on the 30-minute time frame, yep. So price broke below this area right here, and then it retested. I believe it broke from this area right around here. Yep. So it broke from this area, and then it went for a retest. We can see it clearly on the 1-hour time frame. Went for a retest, and then this candle closed with a small body, but it's a huge rejection. Like look around like 50, 56 pips rejection from this area. So I was anticipating an impulse entry that if the price rejected this area and we have like clean range to the left hand side, so I was anticipating this 36 pip move, but unfortunately I actually entered on the break of the low of this candle right around here. And as we can see here that this candle is bigger than the previous candle. It's bearish engulfing from resistance, and this was actually like a really high probability setup, but unfortunately the volume died and I just secured sorry, I didn't secure, I closed it on a loss of around, let me show you the terminal real quick. Yep. So here it is, looks better. So I closed it around 6 pip loss, because the price after it went here, look, the entry on the 15 time frame, it's way more clear. I entered on the break of the previous candle, anticipating this price to move and fill this week of around 35, 36 pips. But to be honest, I was anticipating it to move even lower in order to fill this 4-hour wick. Look at that. So, and because this is like a really major rejection area. So when price moves to like a strong rejections area like this, it's really just dumb. And as we can see here, so I was keeping the stop loss on the previous candle. I mean on the current candle, it was right about 25 pips. It's a really big stop loss. That's why I managed risk because actually price was struggling to break below this area. It was struggling, like coming down and going up, coming down and going up. So when I saw that prices didn't break for this next candle, it didn't break the previous candle, I just closed the position right here. And also because it was not in my trading session with around minus 66, 0.66%. It's not a big deal, but to be honest, it kind of played out, but I was not good with the risk amount because this stop was like 25 pips and we were aiming for like 30, 35. So I just closed my trade. It would have took me like 30 minutes, 1 hour, 1 hour and 30, like around 2 hours of waiting. But I prefer just to cut my losses short and wait for the next high probability setup, which we are waiting for right now. So let's check if there is any interesting news events. Okay, there is nothing major, no red folders for today, but I believe that the US agreed with Japan on the tariffs here. Trump just made a deal with Japan. I think that's good for the US dollar and good for the American economy, which will cause gold price to dump more and more. But also with the tension with the tariffs with the other countries, so we are like kind of indecision stage. We don't know what's gonna happen. Like we have high volatility days, price like just bump and dump, and we should just be careful and use really strict risk management. That's what we should focus on. It's just managing your risk and managing your capital. That's all. So I believe now if we closed below this area right around here, we have like a really good setup in order for the price to keep moving lower. Oh, that's a really nice volatility, as we can see here. Yep, so this was actually my trade idea and it kind of worked, but I was not patient enough and I just didn't like how is this candle reacting and closing like in a bullish way. And the stop loss was really big of around 25 pips. It was like a really big stop loss and not my trading time. Wow, look how this thing is moving. That's interesting. So as we can see here, the closest support is like it's away right about 300 pips. So that's really interesting. And as we can see here, the previous in the early times, it closed like weak exhaustion, sorry, rejection candle around 70 pips, and then when it break the low, boom, it went like almost 300 pips. So this is exactly what I was anticipating here for today. Oh, look at this move, man. Wow. Yeah, it's just melting. Wow. Really interesting. I don't think there is any new news that's happening around here, but as I just told you guys, because Trump agreed with the Japan on a deal, I believe, yeah, gold will be melting because of that interesting news. It will the dollar will become more strong, uh, which means that gold will be melting. As we can see here, we have both technical and fundamental analysis, and yeah, it's just interesting. Look at that. So this is what I was just explaining about, but there was not much volume. So after this candle was about about 60 pips, almost 60 pips. So I should have waited for resistance to form, and then would have been a much better entry. Yep, like here, resistance to form. So as we can see here, this wick is closed with a smaller body. This candle, sorry, closed with a smaller body, which means that the bullish volume is decreasing. Like, look, decreasing. Then we have a bearish candle, and it break the lows, and then boom, we just melting right here. So I'm not actually sad for this trade. I'm actually happy because it followed my rules, uh, and it was like it was perfect, but it's just low volume, and I took it a little bit early, so I should have waited for the pre-London. Pre-London is exactly right around here. On this candle, this was actually pre-London time, but and I saw the opportunity, so why not? So as price is printing like that, the best case scenario is for us to wait for this candle to retrace like till around here and close bearish with this huge wick. So I'm gonna draw it to explain to you guys. We need this candle to close. So I didn't draw candles before, but I'm going to do it now to explain how will this be like a high probability setup, and it's the only setup I'm going to take. So let's just draw it. Oh my god, look how this melting. So we want this candle to close like this. Uh, Maybe red. Yep. Can I move it? So this is the wick, and we just need the body to be. So let me adjust this one real quick. Settings, extend, right, and we need to make it red. So it should be just red, everything red, red. Yep, yep, like that. So this is how I want this candle to close. Mm, like this. Okay, that's interesting. So let's make it a little bit bigger. Yeah, exactly like this. And we will be anticipating we will be anticipating this wick fill. Okay, so we will be anticipating this wick fill of right about. We will wait for the top wick to be created, and boom. Yeah, we'll take the trade down till this wick fill. If it played out, I mean, if this setup played out, I'm going to enter for sure. Otherwise, I'm not interested in any other stuff. Or also, price can create a resistance. Can create a resistance right around here. Green wick, a green candle, and then break blue it, and then I will be interested in sales. So for today, it's just only sells and sells. Gold dips on US trade deals. That's what I was just talking about now and mentioning. It's really interesting how this news moved the market. Like, look, this was only 6 hours ago. So 6 hours ago was around uh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like right here on this candle when the news was released. So see. It grabbed liquidity and boom, kept dumping since then. Yeah. So look, I believe this is going to play out soon. I like this candle is rejecting. It's just be patient and wait for the next candle to form. But the thing is that anything happened before London Open, like Trump tweeted or something, maybe it cannot, it will be changed. The trade idea or how this candle will close. This 1 hour candle, it will close. It depends on everything now depends on how this 1 hour candle will close in 9 minutes. So I'll probably be looking for buys if it's got any closure above here, anticipating this wick fill of around 50 pips. So let me write this down. Buys closure. Yep. So I'm just going to pause this recording for now, and I will be back if the when this candle closes. All right, guys. So as we was anticipating, this candle is just closed like what we expected exactly. So I will just wait it for it to create a bottom wick, and probably I will enter a sell stop on the breaking of the low. I set a bending order. Yep, it's creating a really beautiful top wick, and let's see how will this setup plays out. Mm, so stop loss, hope it will be around 15-16 pips. So let's see. It will re-break the lows of the candle with the volume coming from pre-London session. So I'm gonna show you real quick it's interesting. So as you can see here, we are in pre-London, and these green circles, that's mean volume time. So you can just visit it anytime. It's called market24clock.com, or just write forex clock. So these are the volume times. So as we can see here, we are in pre-London session, and we are exactly on a green circle. That means this is a really volume time. It's nice. It closed nicely on the 30-minute and the 1 hour, 15 minutes, whatever. But the rest looks amazing. Yep. News, nothing new. Okay. So let's see how this thing plays out. Now it's around 20 pips. I don't like that. This is kind of getting bigger. The stop loss is getting bigger. But the most important thing that it should not break the previous candle high. This is the most important thing, that this candle should not break the previous candle high. This is a really healthy top wick. Just being patient, waiting for our entry to get triggered. First position right around here. To be honest, I was thinking of going live, so maybe soon I will just start doing live streams because there is a lot of people that said they want to watch live streams while they are trading because it kind of gets boring when you are like trading alone, and sometimes a lot of people they want to ask some questions about the candles, the week, and yeah, so probably tomorrow. So look now, this candle is it's going. I believe it's trying to break the previous candle, 30-minute candle. This will be like really interesting. Oh, so as we can see here on the 4 hour, we don't have a top wick on the 4 hour. So probably this 4 hour is going to create like a top wick at any time. Thing is I don't like here is that this stop loss is getting bigger and bigger, and yeah, I don't like that. So this candle now, as you can see, this candle. So there is a lot of people that entered sell on this candle exactly on the break of these lows. Actually, it went for some nice around 43, 44 pips. But this candle now is coming to knock out the sellers. This one too. People who entered sell early, their stop loss will be like around maybe here in this area, maybe 10, 15 pips, let's say. And they're probably now getting stopped out. And also because this is kind of a counter trend, I believe it's a little bit counter trend trade. As you can see, we are extremely bullish still. We could create a support, I believe, and then we could revisit 3433.35. Yeah, we could visit this area for another try to re-break this area. But let's see how does this play out. Candle was about 75 pips, and this week bottom week is around 40 pips. So I believe if we can get like 15 to 20 pips, that will be amazing, and I would be really happy. The next resistance is about 80, 81 pips. Yeah. So as we can see here, we are creating lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. So now we are going to create a lower high, and then boom, I believe it's going to melt. Not if it break this candle high. So let's just wait and see. I will get back to you whenever this entry is triggered. Alright guys, so I just came back to the chart and saw that I got filled out here and price retraced around 37 pips. I just went to the toilet and came back to this, so I'm just going to close this shit now. Oh, I know it's a really big percentage, but It's just for the transparency. I will just upload this video for the transparency. Everyone make these mistakes. It happens all the time. It's flexible, but it will take some time. And I think that's enough for me for today. I'm not going to take any more trades. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. I hope you all guys have a good trading day and take care.